Hey guys, Triptych here. I just uploaded version 5.1.8, so I thought I'd relax by playing a little game.
We will comply.
Didn't feel like doing anything too complicated, so I'm just going to go with a board game. It's been a while since I've played them. I tend to recommend that brand new players, if you're looking for somewhere to start, you just try a board game and you do a sphere build. I think it's a very easy way to get used to controlling ships in this engine and the ways that you'll fight off the AI, who tend to outnumber you most of the time. So we're just going to go for, I think it's Tritanium Site first. Man, I haven't actually... I used to test this build quite heavily because I was testing the amount of... I was doing like baselines for all the factions. So I tried to do like a 4-minute baseline, a 6-minute baseline, an 8-minute baseline, and a 10-minute baseline of like what that faction is capable of putting out during that time. And I used the Borg as the baseline that I would compare the other factions to. I don't remember what it's been a while. And at the time I was way more focused on the 1v1 PvP aspect, trying to make that fair, which, like I say, I discovered very few people play 1v1 PvP of this mod, or at least very few who actually ever tell me about it. Maybe they are out there, and I just didn't know. I don't think I can pay for the medium. Oh, right, no, I have to upgrade this. Wow, it has been a minute. So this... Wait, oh, it didn't do it. There it goes.
Unassimilated species.
Yeah, I don't think I'm able to upgrade this to the next level.
Instructions received.
I used to have this perfectly figured out. I have a spreadsheet somewhere that says exactly what order you do things. I think this is when I can upgrade.
Activate all
I know I have to drop this
powers.
node.
Acknowledged.
And will I have... Yeah, I'll have enough for that. Okay. Oh, I don't have the dilithium yet. Okay. So when this one finishes its docking cycle is when I upgrade. This build does very little in the beginning. I'm being all serious about my miners. But actually... Oh, there should be a moon back here.
We wish to improve ourselves.
Actually, it's a very simple build. There's not much to do until you have 8 miners out.
Instructions received. We will comply.
Let's see what we have over here.
We will comply.
Romulans are these. Halav. Oh. But they're not doing Riens. Oh, yes they are. Okay, this will be Riens. That'll be fine then, actually. The Riens, pulse weapons, not good against large ships. Borg spheres will be just fine. Right, so yeah, I was saying, back when I was really concerned, I was trying to do a series of builds.
Vessel construction
Yeah, I
complete.
can pay for these.
Unassimilated
I wanted to do a
species
series of
engaged.
builds so I could tell exactly what every faction can have at, you know, 6 minutes. And that was actually, it was effective to figure out when one faction could just rush something so fast that they could be at the enemy base and the enemy would have absolutely no chance to stop them. Oh, there is a moon. That's interesting. So there's a moon here,
Vessel construction complete.
but it's a different, it's an alternate moon placement, and it doesn't get detected by them. Because Tactical Maneuvers actually has a special weapon that fires at the start of the game that reveals where every moon on the map is. That's just because I felt like it was appropriate. You know, if you don't have that, then the minimap doesn't show where the moons are, and I felt it was appropriate to start with to show where the resource moons are at the start of the game. But apparently, because this is an alternate moon type on this map, it doesn't show up in the little moon scan thing. I might adjust this moon or this map next time around. See, I'm finding stuff to troubleshoot already. Oh, Martok. Oh, they're going to give us a couple of birds of prey.
State objective.
Okay, well there's all of my moons. Oh, I might be a little bit slow on this, actually. Oh, the AI dropped that. Right, yeah, wow, so distracted. I was just saying, it was really interesting to see what different factions could have, and I actually did find spheres come out early. If you do a sphere rush, especially with the Borg ability to build the uplink out on the map, you know, because a lot of the time, even if you are ahead of the other player with your build, if there's a 40, 50, 80-second movement time between your base and their base, they have more time to prepare. But since the Borg can send their constructor out and build the uplink out on the map, they can shave a good 20 or 30 seconds off. Well, back in the day, there was a very oppressive assimilator rush. I don't even know how that would work these days, but you basically take your Borg constructor all the way to the enemy base, and you start building assimilators right outside their base. It was brutal. I have not tested that honestly in a while, so it might still be brutal.
Acknowledged.
But yeah, I think the fastest sphere that can come out. You know, it's probably changed. I've changed some of the stats since I did all this testing, but I want to say it was around 10.5 minutes. That sounds really long. Maybe it was earlier than that. I know that you could get multiple. Maybe it was like 2 spheres in 10.5 minutes. It was fast. It was very fast. And they come out at a stage of the game where the enemy is not ready to handle them. Like, obviously the AI is a bit different because they don't build their stuff on the same schedule as a human player would. But the very first sphere can't really be handled by anything on the other side. But obviously it's only one ship, and that's what advantage the other player has, is by the time you fly over there and start harassing their mining, like they'll have a chance to catch up. Really. Oh, maybe you can send someone in and steal some tritanium from me. I guess that's an option. Oof. Yeah, the AI raids pretty fast. Oh, these are mostly scouts, though. Oh. Are they triple Klingons? No. Double Klingons and a Romulan. Oh yeah, and my allies are loading Federation. Federation Borg. Okay. So yeah, I don't think this will be too difficult. I'm pretty sure I'll win this. So the AI tends to be not that good at fighting spheres, just because they have enough of a combination of hit points and speed.
Initiating new directive.
You die.
Unassimilated species engaged. Activate all alcoves.
Yeah, let's do Prime Torpedo. Let's just max our single target damage to kill this off. Even though, actually, that wasn't the best idea. I want to probably go a beam sphere here.
We are one.
Well, we'll keep. So right now, what I've made is a single damage sphere.
Additional technology cancelled.
Oh no. What did he steal? Did this AI steal my dilithium? Or was it coming from over here? Oh no. This is unfortunate. You can't have a nice complicated build when the AI steals a minute 600 dilithium from you. That can be very hard to adjust your build to. But we're gonna have 2 spheres. Oh no. So the sphere, good example of multi-targeting. So multi-targeting in this game gives you a big damage increase, and the default sphere has 2 targets, which it does 70% damage to each, so it really has like a 40% damage boost for doing the multi-targeting. However, it is a disadvantage because it's hard to get kills on enemies, and also everything in this game has, you know, hull regen, shield regen, subsystem regen. So if you're spreading your damage out over multiple enemies, then the other enemies are slowly regenerating their stats. So it's like you're actually activating more of their regeneration by hitting more targets. And if you don't have overwhelming numbers, it's a disadvantage. So what I've taken is the Prime module. my dilithium.
Activate
So the
all
prime
outposts.
module actually lowers your target count down to 1, which...
Collective is
Are
under
you
attack.
serious? Oh no.
State objective.
We're gonna go beam regen, maybe, or just beam. Yeah, we'll go full
By
beam.
your command.
Shoot. I was just saying, it lowers your total damage, but it increases your focus damage. Wait. Oh. These are for,
Unassimilated species.
these are actually
engaged.
meant for this tritanium moon.
Instructions received.
I might have been really badly sabotaged. Can I do a intelligence report? I might have been really badly sabotaged by my AI ally taking that dilithium when I need it.
Vessel construction.
Oh, here we go.
Objective received.
So, yeah, so unfortunately
Unassimilated species. Engaged.
these spheres are a bit spread out because, well, maybe this works. So this sphere has maximum firepower. It has 4 targets, and it gets a little bit of bonus damage so for each target. So its total damage output is the highest it can be, but it's spread out over the targets. Whereas this one has relatively low damage, but it's hyper focused on one target at a time.
Collective must grow.
Let's do this.
Acknowledged.
So together, they're actually also the prime module drains energy. So, well, okay, these guys still have less energy. If I fire continuously, I will drain the energy to the point that they can't even cloak. Also, yeah, you see my regeneration rates are just way too high. So fortunately, I have hard countered the Riens by being Borg, which means I don't think I'm in danger of losing. Yeah, we're just gonna snowball.
Initiating process.
Did I do a
Unassimilated
4th?
species engaged.
No, I only have 3 vinculums. So I've done intro videos before, but yeah, effectively the Borg, their conduction matrix buys their vinculums, which is the core of their ships, and then they use those vinculums for ship construction. So these spheres require medium vinculums, and right now I have 3, so I can have 3 spheres. And as soon as the 4th one finishes, I can get a 4th sphere, although I have to remember
Unassimilated species
the
engaged.
adaptation matrix, because I had forgotten for a second there that
Acknowledged.
spheres don't just get regeneration anymore, you have to unlock the technology. Although I say their passive regeneration is so strong. If anything, I do need to get over there and start killing things before the... Oh, my scout died early. I need to get over there before the AI start building something big and scary.
We are one. We are
Or at a minimum, slow down. I say, because this guy is Rien build, I'm pretty sure I can just bully him.
outposts.
Yeah, let's just go full beams. Yeah, we're gonna wait for 1675. Oh no, he has 2. Oh, no, they're going over here. These jerks.
Acknowledged.
I'm going to overflow tritanium really high, as long as this AI is stealing from me.
By your command.
Let's... When this finishes, I'm going to unlock the sensor relay so that I can get some very weak basic cloak detect.
Activate all outposts.
So yeah, since I released a new version tonight, let's read the patch notes. That'll be interesting. So, the big one is the command fix. There were issues with the way that command was being applied to ships that caused it to... It would apply the command and the command would go away and then it would apply it again. A lot of ships were only getting it about half the time. So, when your command ship was advertised as giving you 20% rate of fire, it was not actually giving you 20% rate of fire. That was unfortunate. Oh, need supplies. Really? I thought that would line up. I must have bought... Oh, I bought extra constructors.
Unassimilated species engaged.
See, normally I've got it all mathed out because
Acknowledged. Initiating additional
it takes...
technology.
So, like, eight Borg miners and 4 Borg spheres is exactly 500 supply, which you start with. So if you just build a home base and an expansion of miners, oh shoot, then you'll have enough supply for 4 spheres before you have to build supply stations. But since I built the extra miners, I did not have that. I am going to need that regeneration special eventually, but I'm not actually that worried right now because they're all pulse weapons, and the pulse weapons do not do very much to large ships. If I had smaller or medium ships, this would be devastating right now. Unfortunately, though, I'm actually not getting kills on these. I need to move them a little bit further away. Oh, they've got the Griffin weapon disabling me as well. And now I'm going to be even lower. So the way that Borg research works is when your ships get kills, you get adaption. So you actually get this collective adaption resource when your ships kill things. And you can also just buy it. Oh, come on, die. Die. Shoot! He keeps getting away. I really need to micro these guys better. There's a sensor relay. Oh no, to Daredex too. Now this entire fleet's gonna have command. That's gonna be bad, actually. I might need to run. Another sphere. So yes, so just by regular fighting, you will end up with. Let's upgrade these. Just by regularly fighting, you will eventually get technology. Keep going. We will comply. Is this my single target one? Yes, it is. Okay. This is very bad. So something unfortunate about the Borg is when they get outnumbered, they are very screwed because they kind of depend on their ability to run away. And if I can't run away, I'm dead. Dang, I'm about to unlock the... I'm about to get the research for regeneration. There it goes. Alright.
Unassimilated species engaged.
And now I need supplies. Okay.
The collective is under attack.
So you're going to be prime regeneration, and you're going to tank the enemy. And then, because the beam has 74, this is 68. Yeah, the regeneration sphere will get hit first. Hopefully.
Additional technology acquired.
Although even this is still kind of scary. I can maximize.
Unassimilated species
Although the supply cost of these ships is so high. Come on, kill something.
Target acquired. Station construction complete.
I think they're gonna kill this. Yeah, they did. Shoot, there's just too much.
Technology acquired.
Okay.
Acknowledged.
Oh, it's because they're disruptor refits. Okay.
Species engaged.
Well, my hubris has maybe lost me this game.
Is under attack.
Why is there... Oh, okay. I can upgrade this sucker.
Unassimilated species engaged. Acknowledged.
They're so focused on my stations.
Initiating station
Oh,
construction.
okay, I got the energy slicer special. So now I'll be able to get kills.
The collective
But,
is under attack.
yeah, we're actually going to do this now. They are so focused on this.
We will comply.
Okay, sensor relay, now they're going to be
Objective
detected.
received. Unassimilated species engaged.
Slicer. Alright, am I physically blocked? I'm physically blocked. I can't get past these ships.
Received. Instructions received.
Anyway, okay.
The collective is
We're just gonna ignore the slow motion train wreck that's occurring as we speak.
initiating vessel construction.
Did everything. Oh, my allies are stealing all my resources. No, you don't get away. You're dead.
Initiating new directive.
Come on. There you go.
The collective is under attack.
Now, in tactical maneuvers, when a Borg ship finishes, it actually doesn't reset its hit points. It will have the amount of hit points it had when it was building. But we can go prime regen and regenerate the hit points. And now we have 2 energy drains, which means they're not going to be able to cloak. There you go. Now we kill everything. I don't know why the AI stuck around so long. Maybe it really wasn't afraid of me. I need more supply stations. Yes, so patch notes. Let me read these patch notes. So yes, I fixed the command bonus bug, which I am super happy about. Yep, now you can't cloak because you're out of energy. I fixed the command mode, which is going to allow all of the command ships to apply their bonus properly, which is going to be really nice. For the Dominion, I was able to update their Ketracel White, because they had a little bit of weirdness when a ship was under Ketracel White and they used it again. I had to be careful with this code because if you let a person use the ability too much, the ability, it gives them a bonus. No, you're dead. The ability gives them bonus damage for a minute, and it kills 7% of the crew. So you don't want to let players select, 3 ships at once and hit the button on all of them, because if they do, they're going to remove. They're basically going to decrew their entire fleet. It's bad. So in order to protect people from that, I was able to successfully code a system where when you use Alpha Ketracel White, it does reset the cooldown to 1 minute on the bonus, but then it can only kill crew once every 5 seconds. So if a ship has had its crew killed by Alpha Ketracel White, it can't have it killed again for 5 seconds. So in theory, if you hit the button on 5 ships at once, it's only going to kill the crew once. You're not going to decrew your ships. You've wasted the energy on those extra ships, but that's all. You haven't done anything bad. We do have all 4 of these, right? Oh, this button doesn't show the cap.
Activate all alcos.
Oh, I can update that tooltip.
Activate all alcos.
Does that mean one of my ships died? Because I thought I upgraded all 4.
Activate all alcos. We are one.
Oh, I did. Oh, why did the game let me upgrade a 4th or a 5th? I'm supposed to only be able to upgrade 4 miners with that mining upgrade. You can be many beams.
We will comply. The collective is under attack.
Here we go. Did a bunch of Romulan ships cloak? Yeah, they did. Okay, so if we go over here and drop this relay...
Unassimilated species engaged.
What do we kill here? I think we just keep killing Rians. Like, they're all good targets.
Initiating new
Yeah. We have the firepower.
The collective
Just kill
is
that
under
guy.
attack. Instructions received.
Okay, so yes, big command fix. Many benefits, wonderful. Also, fixed a bug where Takroja was not able to research her heavy disruptor. That's for the Quebec. Takroja has a different special ability from Martok, and one of the changes I'd done had made it so that her technology didn't show up at her field research, and now it does. Fixed Bartok Quebec, with Borg tech unable to unlock high energy slicer. So when you get the Borg technology Quebec, it gets the slicer ability, which overwrites the whatever previous ability it was, which is either the heavy disruptor or the torpedo drone. And there was a weirdness with the technology where Martok couldn't get the tech, and I fixed that. There was an issue where the Shrike wasn't able to use Unstable Torpedo because of a bad hardpoint assignment, so I fixed that.
Instructions received.
The Romulan Laval support drone, it had a crew, it had a life support subsystem even though it has no crew, and that could be confusing. Like, when enemies would target it, it would start to look like it had been damaged. Like, you'd see a little icon for life support destroyed, and that could be confusing because the ship doesn't have life support. And also the veteran Salar had a bug, same deal, it was a hardpoint bug, where it couldn't use disruptor bombardment, and I fixed that. Then, yeah, so balance. Because the command bonuses were fixed, I lowered some of their bonuses because they were also giving a subsystem repair bonus, which in the beginning was double. But because it wasn't applying properly, you weren't really seeing it. But now, I've lowered it from double to only 50%. So being under command still causes your subsystems to repair faster, but it's not double anymore. Real quick, I should have a sphere finish, shouldn't I? Oh, maybe not. There, sphere.
The collective is under attack.
And supply.
Unassimilated species engaged.
Okay. Slightly reduced area of Breen Battleship and V-15 command. They had very, very, very big command areas, so I made them a bit smaller. And then increased the command area of the Sovereign and Diderdex. Same deal, their command area was kind of small, made it bigger. You see there's cloaked miners here, so I'm going to drop a sensor relay to see those.
Unassimilated species engaged.
And as soon as that thing pings, we're going to kill all these miners.
Initiating new directive.
Increased supply cost of Dominion Gamma Quadrant Invasion Force from 1200 to 1500. If you watched my game, you know, a few days ago, I basically won the entire game against the AI because I kept on calling in those fleets. And I was like, you know, that ability is a bit too efficient. This is gonna, yeah, there it is. So, and because by the time you get that ability, you've kind of already run away with your supply amounts. Can I do another one? No. Can I maximize sphere? No. Man, I need to fix these tooltips. Why is my tooltip not telling me how many vinculums I have? Oh, there we go.
State objective. Unassimilated species engaged.
Okay, let's make the control group 1. Okay.
Objective
So, yeah, so by the time you've gotten your supply mining out of control, it's not that big of a difference between 1200 and 1500, but the fact that I was able to call in 4 or 5 copies of it. There's a very real Dominion strategy where you pick a moon and you just don't regular mine from it. You just do supply mining from it, and then you get a whole bunch of stuff. And I felt like that was just a little bit too strong, so I lowered that. But I made it more expensive. Let's see, Risner. Yes, so I went ahead and gave Risner a technology that lets her increase her warp-in slots. This is valuable because let's do beams. You know, Mason has the Norway, and he also likes building galaxies and sovereigns, and so it's very easy for him to get a whole bunch of warp-in slots. And Risner kind of had a hard time with that, so I figured it would be thematic to... I wanted both characters to have a way to get lots of warp-ins, but it makes sense that it would be different. So Mason gets it by building his ships, whereas Risner gets it by just buying them. She can just pay to expand her number of warp-in slots, and that also means it's permanent, right? Because there's no ship that she could lose that would make her lose those slots. She just has them for the rest of the game. Looks like my ally here has snowballed sufficiently. Oh my. Oh, there are Klingons, though. They might actually kill this Borg cube. That would be cool. I mentioned earlier how Borg cubes almost never die, so I actually kind of want to see this die, because that would be funny. Although it looks like the AI can't decide. Yeah. if this whole fleet had gone at that cube, it would die.
Unassimilated species
Oh,
engaged.
nope.
Objective received.
So, let's see. Moved excessive strike from the Akira to the galaxy. Yeah, so the Federation can get the Dominion technology Akira and the Dominion technology galaxy, and they fly really well together. However, the Akira, it has its defensive its ability, and you really don't want to use excessive strike on it because you want to use that energy for the defense passive. Whereas the Galaxy has no special ability, so it just made more sense to move that special ability over and give it to the Galaxy instead of the Akira. Man, lots of cloak stuff over here. Is that cube still alive? Yeah, the cube recovers real fast. Okay, Klingon Heavy Industry Starbase upgrade now produces 10 supply per minute. I wanted all of them. The Borg don't need it because... Shoot, I need more uplinks, don't I? Or vinculums. Because I'm at 6. Oh, can't even see. Let's go to 8. We'll go to 8 vinculums. And maybe kill off a shipyard. Actually, no, let's go kill ships. So, I wanted every starbase upgrade to produce a little bit of supply. The Borg one doesn't because they have supply stations. But the idea is that if you're a little bit off from being able to buy something, you know, something costs you 30 supply and you have 29, it's just nice to have a passive income because then you can just wait a few seconds to get it instead of buying, you know, spending 200 or spending maybe 1,000 to get 250 supply. So I just like that mechanic of having just a trickle of supply over time for everybody. I think it makes the game play smoother. And the Klingons were the last faction that didn't have that. Let's see. Takroja bonus torpedo launchers deal direct hull damage. We'll see how this one goes. I mentioned I want to have more hull damage around, and I like the idea. I'm a little bit worried. Honestly, in some cases it makes them weaker. If you're fighting in very small numbers, because a lot of ships actually, they repair their subsystems relatively fast. So if you start doing damage to hull and subsystems, they might just repair it. Same thing as these multi-targeting, right? Because the multi-targeting hits multiple enemies, that means that multiple enemies' regeneration rates kick in. And so they get to regenerate your damage faster. It's the same deal where, like, yes, hull damage is vulnerable, but when you deal hull damage, no, just that. When you deal damage to a hull, that means that the ship's hull regeneration kicks in, and it's regenerating both shields and hull at the same time. Okay, I'm gonna stop messing around and just go for a cube after this. And for that we will need much supply, and then a transmission matrix.
Unassimilated species engaged.
So, but I am excited to see if it does any good, having your Burrells and your Cavorts deal a little bit of hull chip damage. Like I say, it does make them better against cloaking ships. Because the ship will take hull damage, and then when the ship goes to cloak out, you've already damaged its hull, so it has less hit points to resist you. So we'll see how that goes. Vorcha, Vutpa, Luspet, and Negvar all had their veteran slots reduced. I'm probably not going to keep this change, actually. I realized that because I'm making the Klingons depend on their veterans so much, as you saw in that last game, I thought it would be important for them to be able to have more. In that other game, I could only have 3 veteran Negvars because I had a veteran Cavort that I refused to decommission. And I realized because the Klingons, if the Klingons really need 1 veteran in each fleet that they run, and as a result, they needed more veteran ability than the other factions. And also, I really liked, so when you have a starbase and a Mokbara station, you have 35 veteran slots because Mokbara adds 10 extra slots. That was 35, and I was like, ooh, if I make the Negvar 7 slots instead of 8, you could have 5 veteran Negvars. So that was what the thinking was now. In the future, I'm thinking I'm probably going to put them back to their higher slots, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to give the... Can I get... There we go. what I'm going to do is I'm going to give the Klingons more ways to get extra slots. Like probably similar to where, you know, Risner has an ability to just buy more warp-in slots. I'm thinking I'm going to give one of the two Klingon avatars an ability that just lets them buy more veteran slots straight up, and then they can just have them. And then I might do something with warp-ins. I was thinking it might be interesting to have like a super veteran where the ship, it doesn't get better stats, but it stops counting against the veteran limit, like a hero kind of thing, because, you know, the Klingons, like, they have like the house of so-and-so, so it's like your ship started its own house, and because of the prestige, they maintain their own ships. Oh, this is dangerous. This is scary. So that's the idea, is that one of the options is the Klingons get to increase the number of veteran slots they have. And another idea is the Klingons get the ability to make it so some of their ships don't count against the slot cap. Man, you see, I haven't actually killed like any of these ships because they keep on peeling off. There, you just die. High energy slicer. Like, because these ships keep on leaving and repairing when they're about to die, I'm not getting any kills, and that's the downside of these beam spheres. There. But that's also why I need to be smart and use high energy slicer more, and also the sensor relay. Shoot, that one's gonna get away too. Come on, boys. Don't die. Kill everything. Use your slicer if you have to. You know what? You can be a prime beam. So prime beam, by the way, is, I think it's the highest. It's the best way for dealing with ships like these. Come on, because it still shoots at 2 targets, but it has an energy drain ability. Oh shoot! So it will energy drain 2 enemies at the same time. Okay, we're actually going to skip the large uplinks, and we're just going to go straight for warp-ins. Oh no! Oh no! Adaption Matrix, how's that engine upgrade coming? Yeah, wow. That's a lot of Negvars. Please run away. Please drop a sensor relay that distracts them, maybe, I don't know.
Unassimilated species engaged. The collective is under attack.
So, patch notes. Yeah, so for now I've just lowered the veteran slots of these ships, but in the future I'm going to replace it with some other mechanic that lets the Klingons get extra veterans. Here, you guys can kill this one, he's all alone now.
Objective received.
And because I still have these medium vinculums, I could turn these into diamonds instead.
Objective received.
Actually, yeah, oh no. I hope this AI structure isn't blocking any of my ships. Well, actually, this is time for diamond spam, because I have such crazy high titanium. And what would diamonds be without? Yeah, just nanites. Oh, I need to build the large uplink, or large vinculum. There you go. So there's an other option that the Borg have. They can either build their uplinks or their vinculums, or they can fast buy them for adaption, which, since you can pay money for your adaption, you can actually just you can just straight buy vinculums. F for futile. Okay, but actually for now we're just going to buy an engine upgrade.
Initiating additional technology.
So I think we've killed off the Romulans, or at least we've stunted them, but these Klingons are so strong. Yeah, okay, we're not going to buy vinculums right now, but with this much money, it is a possibility. In fact, we're going to call in a diamond right here.
We are one.
Okay, Negvar Officer Warship Cannons. Okay, I actually showed this off in a previous video a bit. Yeah, the Warship Cannons, they have a smaller firing arc, but they also, they count as torpedo weapons now. they have more of the ship's offense, so you get these nice 300 damage volleys from your warship cannons at artillery range when they're veterans, and that's really cool. Diamond? Diamond. You can be diamond, just double diamond. We'll just give bonuses.
Unassimilated species engaged.
Negvar with Romulan tech. Refractive burst charge time increased from 6 to 7 seconds. This was a change I already made to the Spectre, but I hadn't done it for the Negvar, so it just means that when you use its ability that like speeds up and then engine disables the enemy, it spends more time moving fast, so it can travel farther.
Additional technology acquired.
Oh! Wait. Can't you call in cubes? No, you should be able to call in cubes.
Additional technology acquired.
Okay. The button is hidden until you have a large vinculum. I need to change that so that the button shows up, but it's just like red.
Unassimilated species engaged.
Nanites, please. And Order the Chaos on you. And on you. And regenerate.
Species targeted for assimilation.
And we're gonna kill everybody now.
Instructions received.
And, oh, let's set this to 0. And
Unassimilated species engaged.
cube orbit.
Confirmed.
Surely you're not gonna be able to kill these guys.
Target acquired.
There's
Instructions
no way,
received.
right?
We will comply.
There is no way, right?
Acquired.
Okay, here we go. Okay, and then finally, let me just finish these change notes. The Laval can use a support drone while cloaked. That's a very Romulan kind of thing to do, I felt like. What do we do with you? Yeah, we're actually going to go prime because we want to focus down single targets.
Instructions received.
And Order the Chaos. And go, my beauty. Yeah, I think we just like take out this base. And then just hope that our AIs can beat off these enemies.
Unassimilated species engaged. Instructions received.
Yeah, so Laval can use support drone while cloaked. It's not really overpowered because the enemy can just kill the support drone, but when you're in situations where you have exactly one Laval and you're trying to drop support drones just to give command to your fleet, you didn't want that one Laval to die the moment it decloaked. And you still have to decloak it to recharge the energy.
Instructions received.
But it was just a nice quality of life. And then the Tavara. The Tavara build cost was reduced dramatically. It was very expensive before, but it's also, the ship is capped, and it's very important for your fleet. Like because it's the main source of command for your warbirds, I didn't like it just being hard to get, so I figured it was fine to make it cheaper, so it got significantly cheaper. It actually means the Tavara is now very efficient as a combat ship, but still, you can only have as many Tavaras as you have star bases. So it starts at 1, and then you can have 2 if you get a second star base. And then finally, just the fact that I added a new Mason AI, which I don't think we're seeing this game, or are we? No, because the new one I added is the Excelsior 2 AI, and this is the Intrepid Monsoon AI, which was in the previous version. Okay, that's my patch notes. It only took me, not an hour, but a half hour? It only took me a very long time. Oh, second cube. Now, one thing that's going to be interesting about this fight, so the cube is a very aggressive unit, but it's meant to be easy to deal with. So while the cube in its full offense form, which is pretty much what this is, 230 offense but only 120 defense, it fires on lots of targets with short, medium, and long range weapons, which are spread out, so they do extra damage for that. However, oh, did I just do beam instead of torpedo? Shoot, I meant to do torpedo. And because they're single targets, they're very good targets for the Bring Order to Chaos ability, which is 50% rate of fire. So a supported cube does a lot. You know, its effective offense is what, like, I mean, it's over 300. It's very, very strong, and it has very powerful passive regeneration, and it can cast nanites. It's a very, very nasty ship. However, its weapons are all subject to the rules of range. So its short-range weapons are resisted by ships that take less damage from short range, and its long-range weapons are resisted by, you know, stuff that takes less from long range. And it takes a little bit increased damage from every offensive passive. So, fast-tracking computers, single-stage energy conduits, and tactical weapons arrays. These are abilities that deal 50% bonus damage to short, medium, or long. Every one of those abilities deals 25% increased damage to cubes. So, like those Negvars over there that I'm going to have to go fight eventually, they will deal... Oh, have I taken devastating attack yet? Let's do that. Oh, I did get it. Okay, cool. Let me just queue up a weapon upgrade. So, those Negvars have tactical weapons arrays, so they are going to deal 25% bonus damage to my cubes. And also, the cube can be stunned. So actually, you're probably going to see this sucker take a lot of it. You can see that diamond die. Because the cube can have its subsystems disabled. Actually, yeah, you see, there's a veteran Negvar, I'm pretty sure. And it's unleashing its stupid high damage shots. Yeah. Come on. Yeah, they're just... Oop! There it goes. Okay, so cubes can die. Oh, it's so beautiful. I did this.
Initiating additional technology.
So yes, the idea behind the cube was that it's very it's kind of your opponent's problem. Like, you know, you build a cube, your opponent has a problem. It's their job to deal with it now. Let's just do more diamonds, I think. Yeah. Because I have... Man, I don't know why my... I think Yanbi actually made an update to the engine that I need to work on, because it's causing these tooltips to not show how many vinculums you have available. And I think he remembered, yeah, he did that. So I need to go into the tech tree file and make a change that will allow those to show up. Combat diamond. But yeah, and obviously the ultimate expression of the Borg is the tactical cube, which is, you cannot call it in as a warp-in. You can only build it from a large vinculum, and it's immune to all subsystem disabling effects. So it's more like an ultimate starbase. If they want to kill it, they're going to have to kill it the old-fashioned way. They're not going to get away with any disabling shenanigans. And it does take the extra damage from those passives, same as the regular cube. But its tactical plates also make it take greatly reduced damage from enemies with low offense. So a lot of ships like, you know, your Burrells and Cavorts, it's not going to matter when they fight a tactical cube, because they're going to do like a third of their damage to it.
State objective.
So yeah, if you're a brand new player, just trying it out, yeah, I tend to recommend Sphere build, because you're only, in the beginning of the game, you're only controlling like 2 or 3 ships. Oh, die please. You're only controlling a few ships that are clearly stronger than the ones you're fighting, so you get to have that superhero feeling, but also it's a bit easier, and because the AI aren't as good at killing them, although you saw me die earlier, but in general, like, if you play carefully, it's a very good way to judge. Because, honestly, one of the greatest mechanics in this game is looking at your fleet and looking at the enemy fleet and being able to tell at a glance who's going to win the fight. Because if you're going to lose the fight, you need to run away. And knowing when to run away is very important.
Acknowledged. Invalid
And
objective.
I think playing with spheres in the beginning is a very good way to learn that. The other, obviously, the faction most people use when they're first starting out is the Federation, because that's the Federation. And they do have a very good, streamlined, central economy. In the same way that, like, with Borg, you go from sphere, and then you could make a cube, and then, like, a diamond to give it the supportability. As the Federation... Oh, no.
Acknowledged.
Oh, no! My dilithium! How do I have so much? Try... Oh, they're just gonna kill that. There's nothing I can do.
Unassimilated species engaged.
As the Federation, I would recommend you start as Risner, and you just get chassis level 2 at your Starfleet Engineering, you get your Ocuras, and then you build a large yard, and you get your galaxies, and you just build Ocuras and galaxies. And then you work your way up to Sovereigns, and you get a Starfleet command, and you call in reinforcements. That's the other good way to learn. And obviously the Borg have a bit of a weird economy, so if you play as Federation, you'll get a more normal economy experience.
Objective received. Target acquired.
Alrighty. Order.
We will comply.
Nanites.
Vessel construction complete.
By the way, one of the things I did in Tactical Movers I'm kind of proud of is nanites have a partial stacking mechanic. It used to be that the nanite field would disable things, and if you put down 2 fields of nanites on the exact same spot, it would disable things twice as fast. I've done some shenanigans where the nanites stick to the target, and so even if they fly out, they'll still get disabled. Well, basically the way it works is the nanite field does half the disabling, and then the nanites stick to the enemies, and that does another half of the disabling. So if they fly out of the nanite field, they'll still have half the effect on them. But what this also means is if you have multiple nanite fields, they stack 50%. So like 2 nanite fields is equal to 1.5 times as much disabling. And 3 nanite fields is equal to twice the disabling of 1 nanite field, if that makes sense. Oh, dilithium, why? Go mine dilithium. Those mean negbars came and killed you. Here, come mine this dilithium. So yeah, I felt like that was fair, because if you have a whole bunch of diamonds and honestly cubes, just like throwing down 6 copies of nanites, like you don't want every single thing to be completely crippled by it, but you do want it to be better than 1 nanite swarm. And okay, truth be told, also each nanite casting costs 5 supply, so 6 castings of nanites cost 30 supply, which doesn't mean anything to me now, but if an enemy fleet gets hit by 6 copies of nanites, they're probably going to die, and they're probably going to feel like they didn't stand a chance. Oh, interesting. The tactical cube relay has shields, or the large thing. Oh, also it got bigger when it finished building. That's nice. Oh no, that's the regular one. That's a bug. I will fix that bug in the next version. Yeah, the large uplink has a shield bar, even though it has 0 shields. Oh yeah, I was saying, if you hit your enemy with 6 nanite swarms, they're probably going to complain. They're going to have a bad day. Oh, I forgot. The large vinculum, or the large uplink, actually costs 1,000. Oops.
State objective.
Oh, there you go.
Acknowledged.
Devastating attack. Devastating attack. High energy slicer. 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 Slice. 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 place. So the cube, so all the Borg ships have the same specials as each other, mostly. So they all get sensor relay, they all get slicer, and then they all get devastating attack, which is, it does extra damage to shields, but if you use it and it takes out the enemy shields, then it does hull damage. But the damage amount is based on the size of the chassis. So the diamond specials do more damage than the spear specials. Or are they the same now? Okay. No, yeah, the diamond is more. But the cube versions do a lot. So yeah, the cube version does 200 damage and 400 damage. So using your cubes, like say, a lot of the time the Borg will just sort of... The Borg will attack enemies and they'll sort of spread out their damage over lots of enemies, but they won't get kills as well. But their best way to get kills is actually to use their specials. And so the difference between a player using his special abilities or not is very big. And now everything dies.
The collective is under attack.
The Borg are fun. I haven't added to the Borg in quite a while. They're kind of in a really good spot right now, and they don't need a lot of stuff. But I do want to, because all the other factions are getting mixed tech, I do want to give the Borg better mixed tech. Right now, the Scout Cube, the Adapter, and the Tactical Cube can all be adapted to an enemy. I'm probably going to win the game before I have a chance to show this off.
By your command, unassimilated species engaged.
That's a very long time.
The collective is under attack.
Oh, I don't even have the tech, do I? Yeah, so like, if I had gotten Klingon technology, then when this tactical cube finishes, which might be around the same time anyway. Yeah, oh, it's a long day.
All outposts.
You're a veteran, aren't you? Yeah, you are. Look at that 97 offense. I was gonna say, oh yeah, so if I had gotten this, you can also get it by capturing an enemy constructor and bringing it back to your home base to use the transfer ability. But I want the Borg to have more mixed tech options available.
By your command.
Oh no, it's gonna get captured and the game will end. I don't know what other mixed tech stuff I could give the Borg. And honestly, like I say, having your tactical cubes. So once your tactical cube adapts to an enemy, it takes 40%. It takes 40% reduced damage from that race. So if I had adapted it to Klingons, it would basically be like having a defensive passive against that entire faction. And I might even make it so that the weapons deal extra damage as well. I might make it stronger. But the thing is, like, the Borg, they're kind of done. Like, they don't need anything else. Like, I'm happy with them. But because the other races are getting all this fancy mixed tech stuff, I might give the Borg something else fancy. Maybe make some more fancy differences between optimize and assimilate avatars. Oh, that's not supposed to happen.
Negotiation is irrelevant.
I might just look for some special stuff I could give the Borg to make me feel good. Yeah, I think my game's going to end. Well, hope you guys enjoyed my new patch notes format. I was hoping to just list the patch note, but I ended up spreading them out over an entire game. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed watching some Borg gameplay. This is Triptych signing off, and I'll see you next time.